and the energy is the Eight of Swords. So this is a day where you may feel as if you really don't have any power. You are restricted in some way, feeling trapped, whether it is an emotional blockage, not being able to come up with any kind of ideas, finding yourself in some kind of conundrum, going in circles, looking for a solution, or simply holding yourself back for whatever reason, whether it's a lack of confidence or some kind of anxiety about an outcome or negative feelings or thinking where you self-sabotage. So there could be a reluctance to assert yourself, which actually goes against that Ace of Swords, gaining some clarity, getting to the truth, unless you feel like you want to wait for the other person to make the move. You want to see where this thing is going. But either way, you feel restrained or caught in some kind of vice by the confines of a situation or a relationship. This is also a day where, it's not going to go exactly as you planned. It's a card of last minute notice. And so in some cases, something is going to crop up. Some news, some extra work, some other responsibilities that you didn't expect. And it's going to upset your day. It's going to override what you had planned and preempt that agenda. And so you will momentarily feel bound and tied to a circumstance. But this isn't a major card, so the frustration that you're likely to feel from being notified at the last minute is passing. It's likely connected to something that you thought was over, done, resolved, finished, that suddenly appears when you haven't expected it. And so now you weren't able to prevent this circumstance, and it's difficult to control it. So, you're going to be frustrated momentarily, but the frustration is more so not necessarily the task at hand, but that the person gave you the information or took action at the last minute. Maybe somebody waited too long to deal with something, address something that was important. Maybe it's a health matter or a personal issue or a professional situation. And now a problem is headed your way, something you never saw coming, and you're having to expend extra effort to get things back in order, back on track, and it's taking up your time. Others of you, this gets back to being a willing prisoner of some sort. It could be a victim of love, love at first sight, and you feel stuck in, your thinking, or maybe there's some kind of narrow outlook that guides your actions. Could be strong passion. Maybe it's both. But it's very likely that what is happening right now is a result of not looking ahead, not having foresight, and only thinking about the present moment, not preparing for what could come and what has likely come unexpected and at the last moment. So for some of you, you're going to have to work much harder than you think to prevent a situation from overwhelming you. Again, it could be, in the positive, that there's the removal of some obstruction. Maybe you finally are overcoming a fear, you're breaking free, because yesterday's card, a turn of events, makes you feel relieved. You have renewed faith in self. You feel empowered, and your productivity is restored. But for others of you, this thing that you couldn't control or couldn't anticipate means that the longer you wait to confront some kind of inhibition or irritation, the longer you will be stuck. You'll have to settle for just getting by in a situation where you really should be coming out ahead.